Somebody's honking. It's just ridiculous. So Kent and I were working out together, and he told me, he said, I think we have a connection. And then I saw him at the mall, and he was like, what are you doing later? And I was like, I'm busy. 'Cause he also tended to think that, well, maybe it was about sex, but he said something like, something I can use, and I was like, ooh, that's not good. And I knew he was smarter than me. He's a lot older. He's 12 years older. So I really wanted to make a living, money, so that he would respect me. And one day I was driving home to my apartment, and he lived in a townhouse nearby, and I saw him with another woman in his convertible in the morning on like Saturday or Sunday morning, and they were just way casual. So I stuck my middle finger out to him, Eros kind of thing. And I guess he looked in his rearview mirror and saw me do it. And then I went and got all my hair cut off. I told the beautician, I said, just cut it ugly. Because I really did like him. And so on workout day on Monday, when we met up at the wellness center, he walked in, and the look on his face was like, oh my God, he was so scared. Maybe that I was going to make a scene or something. I didn't. I just cut my hair off. And after that, I got a little bit manic, and I was having trouble. I was breastfeeding still, and so I had to stop that. But so I went in the hospital, and there was I went to Community Services Board. My mom had taken my baby, and I couldn't find her because she knew I was manic, and she didn't discuss it with me or anything. She just took her. And so I went to Community Services Board to the secretary, and I swept clean her desk, including a coffee cup, onto the floor. And they called the police, and the police took me in the hospital, and they had a hearing. Who do you think the woman was in the hearing for me? And my dad and mom are there. It was his girlfriend in the car, his judge girlfriend. Oh, I was like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I was so embarrassed. And she was kind of mousy looking. My dad's like, oh, you shouldn't have any problem with her. I thought that was funny. I was in the psychiatric hospital, and she was a judge. But I got a job. Well, I started working out at another place across town because I was too embarrassed to go back. And then I decided to go back to be a scientific illustrator, so I'd be smart enough for him. And so I was there 2 or 3 years, a couple years in Richmond, doing my schoolwork as best I could. And then come to find out years later, it was a donut. We'd had a donut. I didn't think he liked me. And then he didn't think I liked him because I went off to Richmond to study and got other boyfriends. But come to find out when I was 40 and went back to see him, that was a mistake. That was a donut. We both still liked each other.